I guess the gap between me and me, as that is closing and as my life is expanding, I'm finding that the gap between me and my family is widening.
But that's what we were talking about with our friend earlier. Your perception of that gap is all that matters. In other words, you can think that thought which feels bad and takes you off your disc. That's like saying, okay, Abraham, I got on the high-flying disc, but my family isn't, so now I'm not either. Okay, I got on the high-flying disc, but my family isn't, so I'm not either. And we say, after a while, you're going to say, I'm on my high-flying disc, and my blessed family, bless their hearts, doing the best that they know how to do, are finding their way too. Whole different conversation. You see. In fact, I'm there so often that I now see positive aspects of them. I saw a sunset in my father's eyes that I've never seen before. I'm hearing music come out of my family that I didn't know they were singing, because I'm listening with a different frequency, and they are more spiritual than I've been willing to give them credit for, because I've been evaluating the results rather than staying tuned to the frequency. You are tuners, you see. You're either joining them or they're joining you, but getting there and staying there, we can't even really have a conversation that's very satisfying to you unless you have gotten there and stayed there long enough to really know your own power. Because the conversation is pretty common. I felt good, and then you came. And I give you responsibility for how I now feel. So I'd like you to go to therapy. So that I can feel better. Oh, but when you discover that you can stay on your disc no matter where they are, because you've practiced it, not because they're doing the things that keep you there. There are those things out in the world too. That's what your non-physical compadres are lining up for you. They'll show you the sunset. They'll get you on the train at the perfect moment. They'll sit you next to someone that has something meaningful to say to you. They'll show you something in a mall that you have not seen before. They'll guide your eyes. They'll help you sift from this plethora of information and facts and vibration. They'll light up the things that are good for you. But you're the one that has to go there, you see. And so once you've accomplished it, don't you want to afford everybody else in your life the same benefit of finding it too?
So is it my perspective then?
Yes, because if you feel uncomfortable, your energy is split, period, and it doesn't have anything to do with anybody but you. And it isn't a conversation of anything except your ability to focus. And the more of them who are on lower flying discs that present themselves to you in ways to give you an opportunity to stay on your high flying disc anyway, the more opportunity you have and the more likelihood you are to be there no matter what. That's what unconditional love is. I love because that's who I am. You, in whatever you're living, are not going to take me from my unconditional love, because I'm so practiced at it. I've practiced it when you weren't here. I've practiced it when I was alone. I've practiced it under easy conditions. I've practiced it under more difficult conditions, but I've got this. I'm tuned in, tapped in, turned on. I'm source energy in a physical body, and now I'm willing and ready to engage with everyone. And until then, I'm hiding from anybody on a lower flying disc, because I'm not sure where I'll end up.
I feel like I don't have enough of a handle on maintaining that high disc.
Well,
with my mother says I'm the cause of her depression. So it's, what do I do with that?
Ignore it. Because it isn't true. But what you're doing, you see, she says, you're the cause of her depression, and you say, no, mother, it's the other way around. You're the reason I'm not on my high-flying disc. It's a sort of stalemate, isn't it? If you were different, I'd feel different. 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 Till finally you just got to say, kill me now. I want to feel good, and I don't want to have to live in a rabbit hole to feel good. I don't want to have to isolate myself from every possible I don't want to have to turn off the television. I want to be inspired to turn it on at the right moment. Yes. Yes. I don't want to have to hide from the world. I want to be inspired to the place to go. And we are here to tell you that there is a cadre of non-physical intelligence that knows right where everything you want is and where you are in relationship to it. And if you'll hang around up there a little while, you'll be guided to it. And then you'll feel worthy.